Hello everyone, what's good? My name is Pica. I am a Tekken 7 player, coach, shoutcaster, streamer, whatever else you want to put on my name here in the Philippines. And today we are going to follow through with our first episode of the Staple series with episode number 2 featuring King. So if you haven't already watched that episode, please do so. Come back here and see how it goes. Now, a few disclaimers before we get into it. First, this entire episode will be done in one take. So there will be no cuts, no edits whatsoever. We are going to see this raw, tried on the spot, and so on. This also explains that some of the combos I may put here may need a little bit more practice than the others. So please bear with us. Another is the fact that these combos or these entries are based off of my opinion. So I find them practical, usable in almost every situation. And if you guys have anything to add, please don't hesitate. Drop them in the comment section below. And here we go. So I have always been a King fan. You know, my first dabble of King was back in Tekken 3, and I really found the character interesting. So unlike Armor King, however, I believe that King is kind of less diverse, in my opinion, of course, especially now when they kind of took out a lot of his options in terms of comboing. They gave him a few, yes, but some of the better ones are actually situational, stage dependent, axis dependent, size dependent, and so on. Now let's just talk about the two primary launchers of King, basically his hop knee as well as his full crouch down forward 2, or the gut check or the gut punch. Later on, I'm going to tackle on two other launchers that I believe require more recognition, as well as at the same time are kind of his only more reliable tools, namely the Magic 4, a counter hit Magic 4, and the Sidestep 2. And these two things don't really have that much diversity, to be honest. But anyways, let's get to the hop kick. So believe it or not, this combo right here is actually very, very good. I know. And that's my first combo of the day. That's 63 damage already. And that does not require any effort. That's 1 plus 2, 3 all the way to a running grab, right? So that's staple number 1. Yes, I did call it staple. How come? Because staple number 2 is this one. That's forward 3, down forward 4, 3, down forward 2, 1, and then a running grab. So you people out there, you King users who are just starting to learn this character, those two entries are kind of your gateway combos to more advanced combos. So, which leads us to number 3, which is the King staple combo, according to many, which is a hop kick, a 4, dash down forward 4, 3, dash down forward 2, 1. Believe it or not, this is still weaker than combo number 1, right? By 1 point. And one explanation, of course, is the scaling damage of King's running grab. So there's that. Staple number 4, in my opinion, is my personal recommendation for any King player out there, no matter the level. So that's a hop kick of a dash in, a hop kick of 4, a dash in 1, 2, just a very small dash, and then back to 1. So that does 65 damage. One reason for that being my personal favorite is the diversity you can actually put after the 1, 2. So a lot of things can happen there. So from a 4, you do a 1, 2. You can even do this, really cheap combo for 3 damage less, which is the same damage as combo number 3. And of course, you can save your screw attack for a wall carry using other extensions, basically, right? You can also, again, just go for some weird follow-ups. Again, you can go for this, and then this one, right? I know it's weird, but it's just cute as it is. Now, my last combo, which is everyone's referred to as the big boy combo for the past number of seasons that King's been out, is of course this 4, dash in 4, 3, 1, 2, and then forward 1, Jaguar hook, all the way to the running grab. That deals 67 damage, and yes, that is really strong compared to Armor King's staples, which usually land at about 64 to 66. This, of course, outshines it. Not just with the damage, but of course with the ease. It's fairly easy to do, and I'm going to explain that in another video. So again, let's recap. Hop kick, 1 plus 2, 3. Then there's a hop kick, forward 3, down forward 4, 3, down forward 2, 1. There's that for the more for the newer or beginners in Tekken. Then eventually you can go with a 4, dash 4, 3, down forward 4, 3, and then the rest. Then of course there's the Pica favorite, which is this. Oops, sorry. 4 dash 1 2 and then back to 1. And of course last but not least the 4 down forward 4 3 1 2 Jaguar hook. There's that. Now we're gonna go to the gut check, right? There's not really much to it when it comes to the gut check. There are only like 3 really viable options. One is of course down forward 4 3, and then you can do whatever you want after. So that's down forward 4 3. Use a 2 instead of a 1. Back to 1 to a running grab. Right, there's that. That's 66 damage. There's of course the forward 3 extensions. You know the rest. But of course there's also the early screw attack, which is forward 1. Right? This is kind of a lazier option, but at the same time I get why people want to use it. You see how that's 67 and that beats this combo? Again, scaling. And of course there's the while standing 4 option, which is considered the big boy of this launcher. Right? So, I'm sorry. Okay. There's that. And then the Jaguar hook. Now, the one reason why some people do 2 wave dashes for that, if you're more advanced, is the fact that it actually spaces you properly for the Jaguar hook right there. If you notice, when I did just 1 wave, a kind of a shallow wave, right? The Jaguar hook doesn't always connect if it's a shallow wave. So it has to be a deep wave. To some people, they prefer a deep wave to a while standing 4 so that everything else will connect, right? And again, the timing of forward 1 is something that a lot of players may seem to struggle with. And I'll explain that again in another video in the future. Okay, so one other option that I see a lot of people do is this. Back to 4. Right? But it's also very inconsistent in my opinion. It doesn't really offer that much diversity. But again, it's just there when you need it. Now moving forward, for sidestep 2, there's not really any difference. It's really just that. If you think about it, that's 69, nice damage. Now moving on to the magic 4 combos is where it gets really funny. So the strongest staple of King here is this. It's back to 4 to back to 1 all the way to a Jaguar bomb. 71 damage. Now funny enough, before that, this is what I was used to. Right? 4 to a running grab, and that's 69 damage. I'm going to start off with the stronger ones, right? So there's this. Then there's this. That's 71. And then the 4 to a running grab, which lands at 69. Now every option after that is actually weaker, believe it or not. So this is 66, right? So, and again, that requires a dash jab, dude. This is only 60. This is only 68. But again, the effort of that compared to this, right? Then of course, there's the lazy option. You can go for back to 1. You don't even have to do a running grab, and that lands at 70 damage. You see how that works? And then last but not least, and then there's the multiple jabs, which no one really likes to do, or they do when they feel like it's necessary, and it's only 64, right? So guys, that wraps it up for my staple series for King. And yes, believe it or not, that's all there is to the guy, you know. And again, I love King so much, but the thing is, there's not really that much diversity to him, in my opinion. So for that, please stay tuned for the other characters, guys. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop by the comment section below. Coach loves you. See you, and on to the next one.